Good evening and welcome to this evening stream. Hopefully you can hear exactly what I'm saying. I'm just getting a few things set up. Realize I am a minute early, so always a good thing, I guess. But I'm hoping you can hear what I'm saying. I can see the audio going through. Yeah, we should be live. So welcome to this evening. We do and we don't have too much to talk about this evening. So we do in the sense of not a lot of hardware. So we've had a single new product I think we saw this week, and we'll cover that in just a moment. Last week we didn't really get to the UniFi Design Center, so I'm hoping we're actually going to get some time to look at that sort of stuff today. And just while we're doing that, I'm making sure everything is working in the background. So if you are in the chat, if you want to drop me a quick comment just so I can make sure all my messages are coming through, that should be coming through. That'd be good. I'm going to try and start streaming around this sort of time every week, so it will be around about 8 o'clock. And yeah, hopefully you can join that around that time. Or perhaps maybe I might start streaming it another day during the week if I find that this sort of time doesn't really work. But let's kick off in just a moment. Okay, I think we're good. So what were we going to start with? So the first thing I think I'm going to mention is you probably saw a video that got released a couple of days ago, or at least I hope you did, called the UI Chat Podcast. So that is run by a couple of gentlemen by the name of Evan and Alex. So I'm sure you've seen some of their stuff around. So if you want to go and check that out, let me quickly show you what's going on here, and let me just make my face appear in the bottom corner, so hopefully you can see me. And if I zoom in a little bit, there's a very nice mugshot of myself. This is the UI Chat Podcast, and this is a sort of monthly podcast that they have a quick chat and a quick discussion, and from time to time they have different guests. So you'll see various Ubiquity creators on there, so you can go and feel free to check that out. I will leave a let me share this and I'll add it into the chat so you can take a look if you wish to do so at another point. If I can find the right window. Yeah, there we go. And it would help if I didn't paste it in twice. There we go. Yeah, so if you go on and check that out, it's 50 minutes long, surprisingly not as long as I thought it was going to, longer than I thought it was going to be, considering we didn't have too much to talk about. But I'm just going to take a quick look here. And for some reason, our chat messages aren't coming through. Let's have a look. What's going on here? So that should be working. And that should be working as well, hopefully. So hopefully those messages will come through. Let me just pop this out. So it looks like my first couple of messages didn't come through, or first message didn't come through. So, hey Frederick, how's it going? So you've said I watched the UI podcast, the UI chat last night with me on it, and I thought it was a good podcast. I mean, it was an interesting one. I didn't really know, so I've not really sat on a podcast before, so I didn't really know how it would fare. But both guys are really easy to talk to and get along with in terms of some of the stuff we were talking about. So it was good, and I think it flowed quite well in terms of the conversations we were having and some of the stuff we were talking about. So yeah, I think it worked quite well. I mean, if you are new to it, I would definitely check it out if you haven't seen it before. And it's worth. I mean, these guys have been doing this for a little while now. So if I go back through, you'll see there's quite a few on here. So there's quite a few different clips that you'll see. So, but generally once a month they'll do a sort of recap of everything that's happened that month, which is quite cool. So there was me, then there was Jimmy, the IT guy. He's been on there. Who else have we been on there? So Tom Lawrence has been on there. Clay from DPC Technology, Cody, Jesse, Chris. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few guys that have been on here. So yeah, I mean, check them out if you ever want to know a recap of the month of what's happened. I used to do sort of live streams where I used to recap the monthly what happened over the month, but I've kind of stopped doing them a little bit. Maybe I should actually continue going back and doing them, I think, because they were quite useful. And it's annoying a little bit that my chat is not coming through. So I'm going to try and fix this because it annoys me when this doesn't work. And hopefully I'm going to try this. So you're going to see some random stuff come up on the screen for 1 second. Yeah, that didn't even work either. Okay, interesting. So if I go here, paste that. I don't know why. So it's appearing there, but not appearing there. Sorry. I'm just trying to get this working because it just makes the stream a little bit more easier when you can see this sort of stuff. So it's appearing there, but not appearing here. And for that, I ask why. Okay, I think I will. I am going to try and close this and get it to work. So bear with me. I will be I will be with you. I'm hoping you can see something on the screen. And interestingly, I can hear myself, which is probably from here. So if I trigger a message, yeah, see, I'm seeing it on here. But anyway, let's I die. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not where I want to be at this point. So let's go and add a source. Let's add a browser window. And actually, it's not fun trying to do stuff in OBS Live. It doesn't play too well. I'm going to try and do an application capture, if that works. Window capture, there we go. Create new. Select a window to capture. Let's pop out the chat from here. Sorry, I know you guys are waiting ever so patiently. Just bear with me another 30 seconds and I will be with you. So let's select a window. Right, I'm going to select a few of these. Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay, so hopefully that's appeared and you can see that on that side. It's not quite what I wanted, but yeah, you can see the chat window on that side, I think it is, and it's taken up quite a bit of the screen, but yeah, we'll run with it anyway. We'll go with what we've got for now. Let's have a look at some of the let's go here, and hopefully I can read this. There we go. Sidek says, I think that's how you pronounce it. Sidek, yeah, all good. Sorry, I can hear myself somewhere and it's bugging me. I can hear myself in my headphones. And let me just turn that down, actually. There we go. Then I won't be able to hear myself. Problem solved. Good evening. Welcome, Cyber Army. Welcome to the stream this evening. Hopefully now we can actually get going. Congratulations on the 20K, John says. Thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. And I'm going to, because that's right on top of my head. Sorry for moving this around. I apologize. Hopefully that's a little bit easier for you to read. Okay, not quite sure what happened there. Yes, I do know what happened there. Oh, there we go. It's working now, but it's not. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm not going to try and fix this at this point. Probably needs an OBS restart. John says, congratulations on the 20K. Yeah, thank you very much. We will talk about that in just a few moments. Frederick, I heard you were going to the UWC in Miami. Did you get your plane and hotel squared away yet? So I have booked my flights. I actually have a few friends coming across with me. So yes, I have got. So we booked an Airbnb. We've got something sorted, which is close by, hopefully. We are in the South Beach area, so yeah, I am around that sort of area anyway. So I'm hoping to meet a lot of you out there. I know there are a lot of my viewers. There's quite a few of them in the US, I would say, more than the UK and Europe at this point. But yes, I'm hoping to meet a lot of you out there, and looking forward to it for sure. And again, we'll cover that in a few moments as well. Congratulations on the 20k. Thank you very much, Cyber Army. Thank you, Frederick, as well. 20,000. It's one of those achievements. It's one of those achievements where it's like it's no small milestone. I think it's hard to achieve. It's something that has been a number of years in the making. So hopefully it can only go up and faster. Hopefully, there's always those numbers. I mean, it's just getting to that silver plaque, right? That's the first, I guess, accomplishment as such, what feels like an accomplishment, but these are no small goals by any means necessary. Have you decided what you're going to do since you've hit the milestone? It's funny you mentioned that. We are going to be doing a giveaway. Where is this? Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked from some of the other messages. So yeah, so we're going to be doing a giveaway. I have actually decided what I'm going to, or I've almost decided what I'm going to be giving away. So I stuck a poll out earlier this week on X and also on the YouTube channel itself to see what people would be more interested in, and we'll look at those results in a few moments. Good evening and congrats on the 20k. We're also European champions again. Yes, the England ladies have won the penalty shootout, which is good. So yes, congratulations to the Lionesses. Vasil, thank you. Good evening from Bulgaria. Nice. Are you traveling out there, or are you just there? Are you there permanently? I thought I could have sworn you were UK based. I might be mistaken. So Vasil says congrats. So yeah, thank you very much. Frederick, love the technical difficulties during the stream. It's still not fixed, which is bugging me, and I'm sure you can notice on the side that I'm still ever so slightly trying to fix this. I just don't know why it's disappeared. And no, it's kind of bugging me a bit. I'm getting sidetracked again. Sorry. I shouldn't really get sidetracked and trying to fix this, but it's just one of those things that it annoys me because it just makes life a lot easier when you are doing a live stream. I can see it popping up on my chat window here, but it's not showing in OBS, which is what about, actually, hold on a second. What about if I do this? So if I click on something, does anything pop up? No, even the pop-up's not working either. That's interesting. Properties. So that's definitely not there. Chat overlay is this one, which is the feature chat overlay. So let me copy this link. I don't know if I'm going to break something by doing this now, but probably will. Anything? What about my top-down shot? Is it still the same? Yeah, okay, you know what? Never mind. We'll go with what we've got for now. So where's that pop-out window gone? There is too many windows for my liking. There we go. That'll pop back on. Right, let's go back to the stream. Oh, this is going bad. I should have really tested this. I'm a moderator for another channel that loves live streams. I'm also very OCD. That would bug me too. Yeah, it's just yeah, I like things to be smooth and sort of easy to view. But it's just not happening. Have you tried turning it off and on again? I would if I wasn't in the middle of a stream and if I knew this problem was going to be an issue. I definitely would have beforehand. living in the UK, back home for a holiday. It was 17 yesterday morning, and in the UK when I landed, it was 40. Yeah, it was very warm yesterday. It was just like one day where it was just really hot, and yeah, it's one of those things that you get used to once you live in the UK for a little while, that the weather is just very up and down, very, very up and down. But anyway, we persevere, we continue. Yeah, definitely, Frederick. Reboots do fix everything, but during a live stream or any live event of some sort, it's just not happening. Although I have a friend who we do some other streams on some other channels, and yeah, he likes to just do stuff randomly through a show, and yeah, it's just a disaster waiting to happen. So we digress. So we mentioned we hit the 20,000. Let me move that window because that isn't fun to look at, is it? Is that window? Yeah, it is. So we hit the 20,000 subscribers. We said right here, 20,000, already hit 20,100. So hopefully climbing in a faster and faster direction. So we move on and so like I said, I stuck a poll out saying, what do you want to see? What do you want for the giveaway? And I put a cloud gateway, switch, AP, Wi-Fi, an AP or a camera. Oh, it's going to ask me to sign in. It's not going to work. And I had a couple of comments. So someone actually said a wireless access point would be most useful, as a lot of people tend to have gateways, and the wireless APs can be set up as standalone. So yeah, it's an interesting one in terms of what to give out. But if we take a look at the results, drum roll please. And I'm going through. Here we go. These were the results that came in. So, yeah, the cloud gateway took nearly 60 something odd votes, or nearly 60, 59 votes. The cloud gateway. So we will be giving some sort of gateway away. I am currently debating between a cloud gateway Max or a cloud gateway fiber. Maybe you guys can help me decide this evening what it's going to be. And then I'm going to put something out about it tomorrow, hopefully, about how you enter and what it's going to be. I haven't quite decided what it's going to be just yet. But yeah, let me know down. Let me know down in the comments or in the chat. Let me know in the chat window what would you pick? Obviously, the number one choice would be the fiber. But if you're looking for between a Max or a fiber, which one are you more likely to go towards? I think it will be sort of what we did. I want to say it was probably about 3 or 4 months back now, that we did a live stream and we did a draw in terms of within the chat window. If I have the same technical difficulties today, that's not going to be fun. But yeah, that's something that I'm looking to give away hopefully next week. So hopefully on the live stream next week, if you are around, then yeah, we'll be doing a giveaway on that. So that is for the 20,000 subscribers. So thank you to you all and you guys for being here, I guess, week in, week out, joining me as I probably talk, I wouldn't say nonsense for almost an hour, but yeah, having a chat just with us about, well, I mean, we all like to talk about Ubiquiti, right? So, but at this point, I don't think we've even spoken about that yet. So let's go here. Hopefully you can see those comments a little bit better now. That must be fun, sarcasm. Yeah, when people make changes during a show, it's never fun, to say the least. Congrats on the 20K, about to move to the new house in about 2 months, thinking of getting a UCG Max. Well, if you join the giveaway next week, hopefully you might actually end up winning one. If I decide to give away a Max or a fiber, like I said, I haven't quite decided yet, but it's going to be one of those two anyway. 1 or 2 APs and 1 or 2 switches, good setup for home. It really depends what you're looking to do. We get a few of these, maybe 1 or 2 questions like this every week, which is this a good setup? There's always $1 million, or there's always a million questions attached to it, I should say. But yeah, it really depends on the kind of setup you have, how big the area is you're covering, what you're looking to do. I guess from a general talk, the UCG Max is a great gateway. If it's something that you've not entered into Ubiquiti yet, it's something as a good stepping stone, and a lot of stuff. Let me get my words out. You can run all the applications on this. So you can run network, you can run protect, you can run access, you can run talk. So you can run everything off it, and it does everything you need that you need it to do. It is a powerhouse. It's not as obviously as powerful as some of the bigger gateways, but it is really good for something that you'll probably be looking to do. And definitely for a home setup, I think, yeah, I mean, a Cloud Gateway Max is perfectly fine. Are you just going to be looking to run network, or are you going to be running some, I'm struggling to get my words out today, or are you going to be looking to run some cameras as well? Let's see what else we've got. Hopefully we'll have time to install the AI DSLR, the G4 Doorbell Pro. I got on Black Friday. Okay, cool. So I think I was going to get an AI DSLR to review, but I never actually got one. So maybe I should follow up on that one. But it looks like a good camera. It's one it's different. It's not something you see on most cameras where they're using a DSLR lens. So that would be one thing I don't know how many reviews. I think I said this last time on another stream. I don't think there's that many reviews out there on the AI DSLR. Let's go AI DSLR. Let's have a look. So if we go here, we have Clay did one almost a year ago. We have one from 3 months ago, I think People Systems. So he's done an AI DSLR. And I think that is it. Oh, there's an out of box. So the Tech Geeks, this guy generally does, I'm not sure who he is, but this guy generally does out of boxes, and he literally just shows the product out of the box. That's it. There's no testing or anything on those videos. So if you want to know what it looks like or some of the other stuff, then yeah. Oh, there we go. People Systems have done another one as well. So comparing it possibly against an Sony DSLR, I'm guessing maybe. But yeah. Anyway, I digress again. But yeah, I've been wanting to get my hands on one of those. So yeah, maybe I'll try and find out if we are going to be getting those to review or not. One thing they've mentioned about the Superlink is that you can use Alarm Manager and webhooks to call the police. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, hold on. I missed a message. Did you catch the webinar by Ubiquiti on the 24th? If so, what did you think? Unfortunately, I did not. I was actually recording the podcast at the time of that webinar. So I did miss that one, but it's interesting that I just read your comment underneath that you can use the Alarm Manager and webhooks to call the police. So, I mean, they are looking to move to the commercial space with something like this. So it would be good to be able to do something like that. We still don't know when the Superlink is coming yet. We know it's sometime in August. I don't have one just yet. By that, I mean the accessories. I have the Superlink itself. So hopefully when I get my hands on one of these, we can test this with the Alarm Manager and the webhooks to see how that goes. This leads me to believe we will not be able to connect this to a central station that monitors your alarm 24/7. Possibly might be the case. I know definitely that is. How do I word this? I wouldn't say that it's not coming. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't there on day one, because I think they just want to get the products out there. Well, that's my own personal opinion anyway of what I feel and how the Ubiquiti launches go. They just want to get the products out there and see how they're getting on, and then they will add this stuff as they go along. As we've seen with UniFi Drive, they launched it. It was just a basic NAS, and then they've started adding and adding and adding and adding, and they're just going to keep adding to it. Not to say, I mean, a lot of people, and probably including myself, don't go by what they're going to tell you what's coming in the future. See what there is now. So if it fits your use case, go for it. If it doesn't, make some noise on the Ubiquiti forums and see if they add something in at a later point. Already got the UCG Max. Would appreciate a black GT6 PTZ though. I did think about the PTZ initially. But I don't think that is going to be something I will give away just yet. Maybe if I hit 50,000 subscribers, maybe something at that point I may look to give away. But there might be a G7 or G8 or even G9 PTZ by then. So who knows? I'll run network mainly. Cameras will not be from Ubiquiti. I mean, they have ONVIF support. So, but then a lot of people will tell you will need the AI port, and then you'd have to add to it. So it kind of not defeats the purpose, but it depends on how much you want to go into the Ubiquiti ecosystem. Nathan says, new unified doorbell when? It wouldn't be a live stream. It wouldn't be a live stream if we didn't have this question. This and the Superlink. But the Superlink has kind of already been announced now that it's coming at some point in August. We're already, what day are we today? 20th. Oh, no, we're a few days away from August. So it could be anywhere between 4 days to 34 days. So, or 35, 36 days, how many other days there are in August. So yeah, it's something that will be coming for the Superlink, the doorbell. I can give you the same answer I give most people is it was asked at the UWC. There wasn't really a direct answer as to when it's coming. It probably will be coming, and we can probably make an assumption that it's coming. By assumption, I mean, yeah, it's most probably coming, but we just don't know when. I don't have anything. So I said this on a stream last week where I said, I don't have anything in my room. I don't know what's coming next week. I don't have anything to review at this point that you're not supposed to know about. And the next day they announced the audio port. So I'll say the same again today, and hopefully next week they'll announce something. They'll announce something else that will be coming. I'm really struggling to get my words out today. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. That's probably just me in general. But anyway, so one more thing I just need to check. Sorry, bear with me. Okay. I'm guessing this still isn't working, is it? Where did we get to? There's quite a few comments in here. Just need to play catch up a little bit. Actually, just before I do that, sorry, don't kill me. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's done it, hasn't it? Okay, that's not going to bug me anymore. Okay, so any new questions that come through, does that mean, is this going to work? Oh, it's working. Oh, there we go. Not that one. It's somewhat working, should I say. There we go. Now I just need to find a... Sorry, I apologize. This probably seems very insignificant to a lot of people, but getting this to work just makes my life a lot easier, and I can go through the questions quite easily. Where did we get to? New unified doorbell. Speaking of which... where are we? Speaking of doorbells, I'm hoping they come out with an AI Doorbell Pro, and if so, I'll be replacing my G4 Doorbell Pro. I am hoping that the AI Doorbell will come soon. I say AI Doorbell. That's just because you said it. It's not what it's called, or I don't know what it's going to be called. Yeah, I'm hoping they come out with a new version of the doorbell soon. I mean, they've refreshed a lot of the CCTV cameras or the cameras in their lineup, and I think we are just looking through the lineup. We know there's a new 360 camera coming at some point. That's the G6 Pro 360. Let me see if I got that name right. Yep, G6 Pro 360. We have the G6 180 coming. We've had a refresh of the G4 PTZ, which was the big industrial one. We've had the new G6 lineup. I mean, they're all pretty much updated. So I definitely have no doubt that it's coming. I just don't know when. Or it very much seems like it will be coming. Again, I just don't know when. yeah, looking through the range, I think they've pretty much updated everything other than, other than the doorbell. So hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Yeah, as Frederick says just here, hit the like button if you haven't already. Please do hit it. And yeah, if you're not subscribed to the channel already, obviously feel free to do that as well. We are slowly climbing in terms of subscriber numbers, so it would be good if you want to join the community and have some fun. I would say I'm not that in a community sense, I guess. The Ubiquity community. I mean, there's quite a few of us in terms of content creation. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good for you to join if you are. I really hope they do go down this route, and I also hope Superlink will also support the Matter protocol. I can't really say too much in terms of the support in terms of the protocols, because at the moment all there is on there is the proprietary one that they've mentioned. So it'll be good to see. Like I said, this isn't the first time Ubiquity have released something and they've tweaked something and changed something. So just because this is what we've seen straight away doesn't mean it's what's going to happen in the future, because I'm sure if a lot of people have made enough noise, maybe they might do something. But until that day arrives, I don't know. It would be good if they had the Matter support. There is, I can't really say too much more than that. Not on the Matter support, but on the Superlink itself. There is stuff coming about it, but yeah, on the Matter support, I don't know. I think a lot of people will hope it does have some sort of integration. I guess purely because a lot of people want to go into Home Assistant. So, and I'm hoping the same for me. I do want to integrate it in there somehow if I need to, but I can see that Alarm Manager becoming more and more powerful in terms of what it's doing. So it'll be interesting to see how much more they add with the Superlink stuff. I need a UDM SE for high availability. Maybe give one of those away. I think that's probably another one that I might save for, that price I'll probably save for 50,000 subscribers. Or maybe 30, who knows. If I get to 30 by the end of the year, what are we on? We've just hit 20, where are we? We are in August at the moment, or we're just about to hit August. So August, September, October, November, December. So the next 5 months, let's see, will I hit another 10,000 subscribers? I don't think so. Oh, let's see. If we hit 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year, we'll maybe there'll be a lot more out in terms of the Ubiquity lineup. If what they've said at the UWC is coming, there'll be a lot more in this range. I'm not talking about the cloud gateways. I'm just talking about generally. So who knows? Maybe we can give something out then. I bought a 15-meter cable for the G4 doorbell today. Planning to install it tomorrow. G6 coming on Tuesday. Cool. That's cool. Is that the That's the USB cable, right? Not the PoE. Not the PoE version. Is that USB to just USB power, or is that USB to PoE? I can't remember if that's an option. I should really know this off the top of my head, but I think I look at this website enough. Let's have a look. No, I think there's just a PoE version, and then there's a Wi-Fi accessory. Just the AC adapter. Way to get it work. Yeah, see, it just makes the stream a little bit easier. Everybody can see what's happening. Everybody can see the messages. It just makes life a little bit easier. It needs to be 4K with 30 frames per second with facial recognition built in, hence the name AI. And then they will not need to change the name when the G7 cameras come out. Yeah, I mean, I almost think 4K is going to be a given. A lot of their latest lineups, I wouldn't be surprised actually if they come out with 2 different versions. Something with a slightly higher rate like this one, like the 4K version, and then something maybe a G6, or if they start going with the G7 lineup, something that doesn't have that higher, or maybe even the G5 actually, because that's the sort of 2K area. But yeah, I think it definitely needs to have, they need to have that AI version with the features. I don't know whether they're going to keep the package camera. I don't know how useful that is for a lot of people. It is useful for me, but I mean, yeah, I don't know what the general consensus is out there. I I don't remember what else I saw when this first sort of happened in terms of the feedback, because it was quite a while ago, and I can't remember whether it was well received or whether it was not something that was needed. I noticed the writing on the G6 Dome in the video they released and posted on Reddit. The G6 Dome with a 2.4 optical zoom. Okay. Is that the video on Ubiquity's page? You saw something, or was it somewhere else? I want to try and dig that out and see if I can see it. Just like you probably are at this point, but yeah. Fingers crossed for a refresh of the aggregation with a few more ports and the RPS socket. So there is, in terms of the aggregation, let me bring you to my page just here. So in terms of the aggregation, there is obviously the lineup. So I can't see them changing this too much. I mean, the high capacity one is out of stock, but I can't see them changing this too much. But the XG, obviously, there's a price jump between the high capacity and the XG. The XG has more 25 gig ports, and the aggregation, I think you probably maybe want something between the 10 and 32, possibly. Whether they'll release that or not, though, I'm not too sure. I don't think I remember seeing anything like that. What have we got going on here? Let me sorry, I'm just having a quick look at the other streams just to make sure I'm not missing anything. No, I think we are good. Right, where were we? So that was the aggregation with a few more ports. So I mean, if the aggregation switch, I mean, if there's the 8 port, yeah, like I said, maybe you want something between 8 and 32. If you want something more than 32, then you need to look at the enterprise campus, which is a bit of a beast in terms of an aggregation switch. And the RPS socket. So I'm hoping that they do bring out some sort of power supply that's not envious of the guys in the US, but it would be good to have something on the EU side of things, or the UK side more specifically. That would be very much useful. Just looked at the UNAS Pro and how much software has been improved, new features added. Yeah, I mean, it's especially with the storage pools, I think a lot more prosumers would be happier with this. They would be even more happier if they could probably run their VMs within it, but I think I mentioned this sort of last week on the stream. I don't think Ubiquity are going to be going down that route where they're looking to have an all-in-one unit that's going to do this for you. I think their sort of stance is, this is storage and this is what it's going to do. So it will be really cool, like for me, where I have a separate, like my little Intel NUC or a little mini PC where I can install Proxmox and then host some faster storage if I need it, or slower storage, and also for my video editing I can store my files on there and then get that also to be able to edit straight off the faster storage if I need to. So I need to do some more testing in terms of the RAID. I need to get some SSDs because I don't have any SSDs. It'll be interesting to see if Ubiquity start now selling SSDs, because they have the HDD versions, or they have the HDDs in a couple of sizes. So it'll be interesting to see if they do decide to do the SSDs, because they also started selling the micro SD cards for some of the cameras for edge recording. So another opportunity there. Now I can't find where my mouse has gone. Oh man. Right, anyway, we move on. I guess I need to get out there and scratch some new subscribers for you as well. I mean, yeah, subscribers will be good. And if you want to get anybody to subscribe to some memberships as well, that will also be good. I've got my own PR team now, so that would be Frederick. You're the number one in the PR team. So yeah, that would be good. It is USB-C to Ethernet. Okay, yeah, good. I thought I wasn't going crazy. I'm sure I have seen USB-C to Ethernet somewhere. So I'm just trying to see if I can see it at this point, if I know where it is. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? What else do we have? 2-wire for the wireless version. Okay, with the transformer. Fair. Okay, cool. I have one on my G4 Doorbell Pro, so I do not use the Wi-Fi on my doorbell. So mine is currently set up as Wi-Fi, but I think if the new one does come out and it does have the PoE option, but I do have a mechanical chime at the moment, so I'll be intrigued to see how to get that all sorted and set up. I still want 2 cameras. I still want the 2 cameras on the doorbell. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it is useful, the 2 doorbells, so I guess, yeah, a lot of people might still want that. Where are we looking at now? So on the G6 camera video they released, if you pause, so on the G6, all right, okay. Should we do this together? Are you, does everyone have a bit of patience to work with me and see if we can see what we can see? On the G6 camera video, they released, if you pause on the G6 Dome, you can see it says G6 Dome Pro 2.36x optical zoom. Okay, interesting. So G6, I'm assuming you mean this video. Well, first let's get rid of all the adverts. Oh dear, I hate adverts, but it's what pays the revenue. What second is it, Vasil, if you know off the top of your head? G6 Dome. Right, there's the Dome. No, that's the G6 Dome. If you pause when it says G6 Dome. I'm struggling to see another camera unless someone is seeing something that I can't see. Let me go back. Right. Is there something else? Second half of the video. Okay. Fine. That's the 360. That's the 360. Right, let's just go through this. Right, that's... Ooh, you're right. Ooh. Very, very sharp eyes. I will have to say that. Look at that. That says G6 Pro Dome right there. 2.36 time optical zoom. Well, someone definitely teased another product, and it looks exactly like the other one. So I don't know if I should keep this on my screen or if I should take it off. But yeah, so yeah, good catch on that one. That was we'll come back to that one in a second. That's interesting. So I wonder when that one's going to come out. So G6 Pro Dome. Right, okay, yeah, here you go. If you still want to see it. So I don't know if you want to see it in that corner right there. So Vasil has given us an exclusive from Ubiquiti that they nicely teased another product right there. So G6 Pro Dome with a 2.36 time optical zoom. Did you say it was? Did you say it was posted on Reddit? I'm trying to go back through the comments. I think you did mention it was posted on Reddit. Yeah, someone recently posted. Yeah, I mean, I must have missed that post, but yeah, definitely a good catch. So, well, there you go. There's another camera that's coming to the lineup, maybe at some point. Again, I wouldn't believe this until it actually hits the lineup, but yeah, there you go. And for those of you that went to the UWC in London, yeah, you'll see that one's there. I think, where were we? This one. I saw they dropped over 2,000 high capacity switches in the last 5 days on the US store. It's already sold out again. So I've recently just joined Discord, and if you see it in that group where the quantities are always like 1,000 or something like that, I have a feeling Ubiquiti have done something to their code base, and whatever that's reading from, I don't think that's quite correct. It might be. I might be completely wrong, but it just seems a little bit weird that everything is either 1,000 or there doesn't seem to be too much where it's a specific number. But yeah, I just very much recently joined Discord. Well, I had an account for a little while, but I've not really been actively using it. And yeah, I just started a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, I say last week, late last week at some point. It wasn't even that long ago. It's a midpoint I'm after. Yes, the aggregation Pro Max doesn't need to be 25 gig, more 16 ports than 8 ports. Yeah, I think that would be good. I'm not sure what kind of price range they would be in. It is a bit of a jump from 8 ports to then 32 ports. But yeah, I don't know if they will release something in between. I was too looking for this. I don't think it will ever materialize. A little birdie told me so. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the... I didn't see anything at the UWC about it. And I think, John, you were there at the UWC as well. They didn't really mention anything on the aggregation side of things. I mean, the ECS is already there, so that's the enterprise one. So, yeah. Tech Talk and Tech Unboxed. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you for your congratulations. If you guys haven't followed Tech Talk and Tech Unboxed, he does some Ubiquiti videos as well. So, yeah, feel free to give him a follow as he has some good content out there as well. You need to get YouTube Premium so you don't have to watch the ads. Yeah, I should really, but yeah, it just I don't think considering I make a lot of YouTube videos, I don't watch YouTube probably near enough to justify the premium account. Maybe my little daughter probably watches more than I do, but yeah, I don't think I can justify premium just yet. Thanks. Second half, nice catch. So you showed it, so you can keep it up. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, like I said, I guess we can leave it up. It's there. Anything that's on public forum is there to be used. Yeah, maybe I'll post that on my X account tonight. So the other thing I was going to have a little chat about was let's see, what were we going to talk? What else do I have on here? Yeah, we were going to talk about this. So this little device dropped. This little device just dropped at the start of last week. So I literally came on my live stream and I said, "There's nothing that I know of that's coming anytime soon, or nothing that I can tell you about." And then we get a message, maybe a few minutes before this drops. And yeah, so hopefully I'll get my hands on one of these soon, and you sort of get an idea of how some of these tend to drop. Even like I said, we get told about them right at the last second sometimes. Sometimes we get a little bit longer to play around with the product. But yeah, hopefully I'll get my hands on one of these soon. It seems quite interesting. I mean, if you have a powered set of speakers that doesn't need a preamp, then you can use something like this. It has the HDMI eARC port, which I know a lot of people tell me has a bit of hit and miss reviews. I have the power amp myself. It's sat in a box and I need to plug it into my TV and just see if I can get it working and see if how well the eARC stuff works, but I just haven't got round to doing it yet. It has a USB input output, RJ45 that can be powered via PoE, so you don't necessarily need to have power to it. If you have a network cable nearby, you can power it via PoE. And you also have a power input. So if you don't have PoE, if you don't have PoE, you can have the power input right there. You have 2 RCA connections, 1 input, 1 output, both left and right, so single channels. So tiny little device. I think who said it on? I think it was on the podcast actually. They said it looked a little bit like an Apple TV, which yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does resemble that. But yeah, we always know, I mean, Ubiquiti have sort of modeled them. They've sort of modeled themselves off Apple in some instances, not always. But yeah, that's it's always going to be in some cases that it becomes very similar to some of the other products they have. So yeah, this is $199. It's cheaper than obviously the power amp. So if you do have that, the power amp is $599. So big jump between the two. I do like the finishing though of the power amp in terms of the banana plugs, but obviously you don't need them in there because you don't need to power your speakers. So yeah, I'm hoping they do bring some more support to it. I mean, it uses Spotify Connect and Apple AirPlay, but I'm hoping in the future they do bring some more support to it. What else do we have? It has Wi-Fi built into it. Okay, interesting. 802.11 AC and AX. It does do 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. And it takes up 10 watts worth of power. Software is UniFi Play iOS. And I think a lot of people also asked for sort of the UniFi Play app to come as a desktop version. And I almost want to say I saw some sort of message that it's being worked on or it's coming. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure I saw it somewhere. But yeah, that would be something that would be good if we could have a desktop app for it as well, which would be useful. Let's see what else we got here. I write it off as a business expense because a lot of videos I watch are work related. Maybe I should speak to my accountant to see if I can write it off as a business expense. Considering it is something I do as a business, so yeah, that'd be interesting. Maybe I need to speak to my accountant. I wonder what version of HDMI supports. Yeah, good question. It doesn't really say in the tech specs, to be honest. No, it doesn't say what version of HDMI it supports. I would assume 2.1, but that's kind of wishful thinking, I guess, or hopeful thinking. We know sometimes with some products it's almost there, but there's just one thing that kind of just brings it down a little bit. And yeah, but once I get my hands on it, I'll be able to have a little look and see what it supports and what it is, and what it's all about, I guess. I want a video on the new campus switch on your channel. Yeah, I mean, they're not always. I mean, Ubiquiti are not always quick to, or they're not very, not always going to give the enterprise stuff away very easily. So yeah, if I definitely have a valid reason to, I guess, do that kind of video on my channel, then maybe I will ask for one. But at this point, I don't have a reason for it, and put it through its paces, I guess, in some instances. So yeah, maybe who knows? Maybe something I might do in the future. Have you seen the Eve Play? This looks like a super up version of that product. Eve Play. Maybe they'll give it Matter support so I can get it into the Apple ecosystem. Souped up version. Okay, let's go and have a look. Eve Play. Did you say it was called? Let's have a look. Is it? Hold on 1 second. I hate Amazon. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's go back. Let's just go to their website. Let's have a look. So this is the Eve Play. It's 149 euros. I saw it's 125 pounds on Amazon. So streaming music to existing amplifiers, powered speakers, supports AirPlay. It works with Apple AirPlay and Apple HomeKit. Okay, interesting. So it has the Ethernet, it has the RCA input, and it has the digital input too. Okay, cool. I guess the main thing of this is it has the HomeKit support, right? Which is big for a lot of people. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad for 100 quid either. 120 quid, which is what it is on Amazon. So 150 euros. Guessing it's probably about a similar sort of price in the US. 150, 160 euros. 150, $160. Wrong currency for wrong country. As I said, it was 40 degrees yesterday, and I wanted to check how hot the G4 Pro and the Flex Switch feel to touch, and it was actually worried that they were running too hot. Both are in the shade in the afternoon. Yeah, I mean, obviously they can get quite warm, especially when they're at direct sunlight, but I mean, they're rated to run fairly high. They can handle a fair decent amount of heat. So it would be, I wouldn't say it will die fairly quickly. I mean, a lot of people do have this running in back gardens and probably in hotter climates than we have. So yeah, it will get warm, but unless you start seeing the plastic melting, I think you're safe at this point. And we don't get consistent heat of that kind of temperature. So I think the one-off, you should be perfectly fine. Yes, the ePlate is like the Apple AirPort Express successor, and then the UniFi one has more ports. The Eve only has outputs. It does not have RCA or optical inputs. Yeah, I saw that. It's not as many ports, which is probably where that, I guess, the $50 or £100, not £100. Yeah, whatever the price difference is going to be with the UK version, because I haven't seen it yet. Let's have a little look. Let's go here. It's 150. Oh no, it's £190 in the UK. So there's a £70 or £80 difference between those two models. No, it's 120. Yeah, 125 times. Yeah, so there's a £65 difference between those two models. So yeah, that would be it's quite a big jump for the two inputs and outputs, or the two inputs. Man, the words are not coming out today, so I apologize. This stream must be looking quite bad at the moment. But anyway, we keep going. What time are we at? 8:57. Oh wow, we're already hitting an hour. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to get to UniFi Design Center again, and I very much appreciate you guys sticking around throughout the live stream and keeping it going with the interaction. So it just makes, I think it makes the live streams more fun, more interactive, more interesting, rather than me just talking to a camera. So yeah, thank you very much for engaging and enjoying with this evening. So I'll stick around for a few more minutes, I think. So maybe I'll stick around for a few more minutes, and then I think I'm going to have to move UniFi Design Center to next week as well. So I was looking hard at the UPlay, and now UniFi audio port has come. I'll most likely go with it as soon as I see your review. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I don't know when I'm going to get one. I'm hoping it will be soon. But yeah, as soon as I get one, if you want to see something specific being tested on it, let me know, and I can try it out. But yeah, hopefully we will get. I'm trying to think actually if I have some powered speakers I can test it with. Maybe that's something I can figure out by the time I get one. It also does not have HDMI port yet. That's another one. So yeah, that's the additional jump as well. The eARC support, as long as the eARC does work as well, then yeah, that would be something that would be worth the extra money for. It's a style embrace. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's not as polished as my YouTube videos where I can do 100 takes and then just keep one that looks the best. But even then, those still have the jumps in them, because every time I say something, I rethink about it and I change the way I'm going to say it. And then, yeah, so sometimes you'll see those jumps between my videos. And that's the joys of content creation, because I try and keep it as natural as possible. I try not to script it, so it's a little bit more or less robotic, I guess. No, and that's not to say people that do script it are robotic. It's sometimes I went from scripting to then bullet points, and now it's just, okay, I'm just going to say what I need to say. Pretty much. I don't, if there is specific points that I want to hit, then I'll put them down as bullet points. But yeah, generally I just talk. I don't script anymore like I used to. And I think sort of I was going to go over some of the releases. I don't think there has been too many releases as such. So if I show you my screen, I was going to go over some of the releases. What have we got? I think we had the intercom viewer updated, but that wasn't too much. Design Center got updated. Yeah, I don't think there was anything exciting as such. 4.3.8 came, which was just issues fixing when you go into 4.3. 3.16, again. But yeah, there wasn't really anything major, I don't think. Yeah, they're all like supplementary, like stability updates and stuff like that. So it's been, yeah, it's been good. Why is that broken? Weird. TikTok's being weird. Anyway, it's hopefully you've enjoyed the live stream today. I don't think, yeah, I'm going to squeeze in the UniFi Design Center stuff. I will announce the giveaway either tomorrow or day after. I just haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. But hopefully next week on the live stream, I'll be doing the giveaway. You've caught me just in time for one more question. What is this? Hello, can I get a 10 gig Ethernet technology? And would it be stable? Can I connect the 10 gig Ethernet technology to UniFi SFP Plus and would it be stable? Yes, it would be. I've run the connectivity between switches using the SFP Plus adapters. And yeah, you should be perfectly fine. It will be stable enough in terms of as a connection. So hopefully that's answered your question for you. But thank you all for joining me this evening. I will give it another 30 seconds. Hit the like button on the way out, because it will probably take a few seconds for this to come through to you. And hopefully we will see you in the next stream. And who knows, maybe we will have some more to talk about. Maybe we'll have some more hardware to talk about. Maybe we'll even have some more software to talk about. So we'll see you in the next stream, and enjoy the rest of your weekends and have a good week.